morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here once more, 1 year more, and I'm very happy to share this conversation with Ammar Al-Malik. He is the Executive Vice President of Commercial Leasing at Techcom. And well, for those of you that are not familiar with K-Fund, we are a fund, a venture capital firm here in Spain, and we are investing from very early stage till, I would say, early growth, Series B stages. And of course, we have more than 70 investments, and normally the companies are thinking about moving elsewhere, and it's about moving to LATAM or starting to explore the US or other European countries. But why not exploring Middle East, and why not exploring Dubai? So this is the topic that we are going to develop now with Ammar about new opportunities in global economies.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As we start, I just want to say it's my first time here in Madrid, and it's such an amazing, lively city. South Summit as well has been incredibly busy. The vibe is amazing. So congratulations to you all for being here. Congratulations to the South Summit as well team. It's an amazing, amazing honor for me to be here, being part of this amazing city and amazing event.
So thank you so much for coming and for joining. And maybe to start with, can you give us an overview of the tech landscape in Dubai?
Sure. So I'm part of the Techcom Group, which is part of Dubai Internet City. And what we do specifically, and in a short, I can say line, is that we build the technology ecosystem. We've been building it over the last 2 decades, and we support large corporations, small entities, SMEs, startups to set up in Dubai. Over the last 20 years, we've seen companies grow from Dubai, but we've also seen a lot of corporations coming into Dubai to look into the Middle East and Africa and the areas around us to grow their businesses.
And you have developed like a specific plan, no? For example, here in Spain, we developed our Agenda 2030 for the digitalization. I guess you are doing something similar.
Yeah. We always have a new plan in Dubai. So it's never one. So the newest one that we have, the mandate that we have, is D33 strategy. This mandate, so imagine everything that you know about Dubai built over the last 40, 50 years. We have a mandate now to double that, all the GDP in the next 10 years only. And this is going to be based on technology, new industries. This is going to be attracting new talent from across the world. This is going to be focused on universities and innovation. So how are we going to double this economy over the next 10 years? Is by using these pillars as a supporting factor for us to grow.
And because, for example, here in Spain, and I still remember the first South Summit that was at Mutua, so it was like 20 stands, and now they have created such a big event, no? And since then, the country has also developed a lot in terms of infrastructure, in terms of connectivity, in terms of training the people, and in terms of experience. And having success stories has been one of the boosts of the ecosystem.
Absolutely.
What is your case there? Can you share any success story with us?
So a lot of people know Dubai as a city, as a tourist hub. And this is a very important factor of our success as a city. But there is a lot going on in the background with technology and a lot of the new innovations that we have. So we have, with Dubai Internet City, for example, almost all of the Fortune 500 companies in tech that you can think of are located with us. And it's taken us 10, 15 years to get these companies to be based here. So all the Googles, the Microsofts, the Oracles, they're all based in Dubai Internet City. But what's very important is that the startups, the biggest ones that are in the Middle East, are also located in this ecosystem. So imagine basically walking down the corridor in Dubai Internet City, because we build business parks right across the city focused on these specific industries. So I have a team just dedicated to technology, and what they do is curate certain events so that this small company that just started up can meet the larger corporation. And this creates this innovation that we've been developing over the last 20 years. So success factors, companies like Careem, which got bought over by Uber, Souq, which got bought over by Amazon, and there are many more, of course, in the pipeline, and many more to mention in terms of an example. But these are all organic growth that we're seeing. What's very interesting, I want to focus on this part, because a lot of people don't know this, is most of the founders of these successful entrepreneurs are actually foreigners and expats coming into Dubai, seeing an opportunity in the Middle East and growing from there. So Careem, the example I give, has a European founder from Sweden. You have other founders from Switzerland who was on the property, for example. So it's not always the UAE nationals that get the attention. In fact, most of the successful ones are from expats and company and organizations that saw an opportunity in the Middle East and took it on.
But they were previously working there.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. So give us a tip.
Yeah.
If any person in this room would like to create and open a new company in Dubai, what do we have to do? We need to knock your door at Techcom, or what is the process?
You can knock on anyone's door in Dubai. We're all one team, and we're also just next door outside, next to a nice car that is there. If you have any questions, you can, of course, come to us. But the benefit that we work with and the ecosystem that we've built is that whether you're a single person as a freelancer, we have a solution for you. Whether you're a small SME, a startup who has extreme subsidies, part of our N5 platform, you are also part of the ecosystem. Whether you're a huge company that wants a building or a manufacturing facility, something that we can help you with. And we will take care of your licensing process, we'll take care of your visas for your staff, we'll take care of your offices, all through one-stop shop. The point is make it as seamless as possible for companies to operate and establish in the city. And we have a vast experience doing this, like I said, over 20 years. So this is what we do. This is our bread and butter.
And how long would be the process? So it's a matter of days, weeks, months?
It depends on the company itself. So if the company is very complicated, it could take a month, but roughly it takes a week to 2 weeks, roughly.
Okay, so it's very fast.
It is fast, yeah.
And then one of the key things, the funding, because you know that now funding is like more of a scarce resource. Not in your region, but maybe in ours. What about the funding? Are you providing any kind of funding or some support on that?
It's a very interesting question. We don't provide funding as Techcom itself. We are obligated and mandated to create the ecosystem. So if you're part of this ecosystem and the N5 startup ecosystem that we have, for example, it is, we have an obligation on the team to create connections. So part of the startup ecosystem is you're next door to a fund, actually, literally sitting next door to a fund area, multiple funds that you can meet with. And we do the introductions. In our case, we have connections with local players, international players. We have government funds as well that are participating here. While we don't do the funding ourselves, we do create the bridge between this. Obviously, it's an incredibly important part of the ecosystem, so we do focus on that in order to create connections where necessary for our clients.
And do you believe that the region is particularly interesting for any type of industry or specific technologies that you want to develop, or it's like broad?
It's a very good question. There are certain pillars that we have in the city. We are looking at, obviously, technology in all fronts. AI, blockchain is very popular as well in the city because we have a mandate to look into the blockchain itself, the metaverse. This is all one pillar. But you also have other factors such as food security, such as energy and scientific approaches. So we actually have, in technology, I can say we have about 15 innovation centers in which large corporations fly in people from across the world to innovate from Dubai in order to sell somewhere else or in the city. So we have those innovation centers as well. We have R&D facilities, manufacturing facilities. So because we run about 10 business parks from all different factors, there is a lot of different areas that we can work and help with and create the connections. You might be in education, but you want to meet somebody in tech. We also do that for you.
There's something that at least in Spain, and I guess it's in the whole European community, that is like a hurdle to innovate and to move our companies abroad, that is the regulation. And we have been always claiming for a European single digital market, because regulations are different in Spain than in France than in Germany. And regulations always is like an important thing to consider when moving. So how would you rate the regulation in Dubai compared to other type of regulations?
Yeah.
Do you think it's...
I think regulation when it comes to starting up a business is pretty straightforward. In certain areas which needs to be regulated, such as healthcare, such as banking, etc., there are regulations that we are also have parameters for. However, the government is also keen to ensure that these regulations do not hold the innovation. So we have sandboxes done by the government so that we can support these new technologies that are coming up and doesn't get hindered by regulation. So while we have regulation where required, we also have areas that support new frontiers in order to take it forward. So it's a very dynamic city. We're still growing. We're not perfect in all fronts, but there are areas that we can use across the city to help new companies come up. It has been growing over the last 20 years, so there's a lot that, at least the technology field has been growing over the last 20 years. And there's a lot that we need to learn from yourselves, but also there's a lot that we change on a daily basis.
And how do you create this knowledge sharing with Europe or with Latin America? Or do you have ideas or things that you would like to develop to
Absolutely.
Exchange this information?
One of the main reasons I'm here today is, like I said, it's my first time in Madrid, but we'd love to create connections with associations, with innovation labs, because Dubai Internet City, as a base of the technology in the Middle East, I can say, we have the education hub next to us, which is also part of TCOM, and we have the creative hub also there. So this triangle of innovation is there. So imagine this being also supported by international associations, such as the one that we have here in Madrid. And we create this bridge between all different cities to come and participate with us in Dubai. We have been doing it with some countries, and we'd love to see this opportunity here in Madrid with either startup associations, VCs to meet people. You don't need to set up in the city of Dubai to get part of it. You can be coming in Dubai and out, and we can work with you throughout this process.
And you were telling me before we came to the stage that you found there are similarities between Dubai culture and Spanish culture, no?
Yes. Especially the family values that we were talking about is very similar to specifically Spain, I can say. Because once I'm here, I can see a lot of people gathering together. They like to network, and we do that a lot in Dubai. So I'm here with the Dubai Economic Department team as well, and we have hundreds of events happening in Dubai. So whatever industry you're in, I'm sure you'll find something in Dubai that you can participate in. It's a very lively city. If you're ever coming to Dubai for the first time, make sure you come in winter.
Yes. Well, you know that now Spain is very dry as well, and the temperature is going up, so it's more like Dubai in the recent days.
We're having that.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful city, and I would be more than happy to talk to you about it outside, specifically about tourism. Yeah.
We have just 1 minute to go. You were also telling me that there are events similar to South Summit there, that this might be a first approach, a first opportunity.
Yeah.
When are those events, and do you invite us to attend there?
Absolutely. The first thing I'll do once I'm back is tell people to come to South Summit. I think it's a great vibe here, and the people that are here, the vibe that are here. And yes, I heard the woo here, so I'm just going to say congratulations on this, really. And It's an honor for me to be here. In Dubai, we have GITEX, which is happening in October. It's a very large event for both startups and larger corporations. We have Spanish companies, of course, part of our portfolios as well. We have, not just with tech, we have in design, we have in sciences, pharmaceuticals. So we already have a very strong relationship with Spain, but also Latin America is on the agenda in order to create a very strong connection with. These events such as GITEX, such as STEP conference, which is happening in February, is something that we can definitely talk to you about. But from my end, I'll be your ambassador from my end for the people in Dubai as well.
Exactly. We will create the South Summit big stand in
I'd
the
love
event.
to help. I'd love to. It will be my honor. My honor.
No. So really, now at K-Fund we have offices in Madrid, Barcelona, Lisbon, and Sao Paulo, but maybe next should be in Dubai. Who knows?
Let's talk.
Well, Amar, thank you so much for sharing with us your experience, and I hope to see you back in Madrid and maybe in Dubai soon. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone. Thank you so much.